difference between invention and innovation, coming up now. Hi, I'm Oliver, and let's deep dive into today's topic, the difference between invention and innovation. Many people might not be quite aware that there is a small and subtle difference between an invention and an innovation, something that will provide you value or has economic value down the road. Let's go and start off with some definitions and then discuss this in further details, how and what these differences really are. An invention is a new idea, a new scientific or technological development that has not yet been implemented. What it actually means is it's something new, something that has not been on this planet Earth before, or nobody else has been thinking of this prior. However, an innovation is the transformation of an invention into a new product or process and its commercial and or social exploitation. What does this all mean? If something is new, it usually has the dream of becoming important to a lot of people, but not necessarily every invention is capable of becoming an innovation. The invention does not have an inherent economic value with it, whereas the innovation actually has economic value. However, this is always challenging and difficult to evaluate. Typically, an invention has not yet been implemented into a everyday's life or into a business process. Whereas if you think of an innovation, you might have had an invention that you are transforming into an innovation to make it a viable product or service that you're going to sell to somebody and somebody is willing to pay for it. It has very much similarities with the difference between having an idea and having an opportunity, which is I'm going to link up here. Now, if you continue down thinking this way, you can also see that the innovation actually is more challenged to understand and to get, because inventions are very often solving problems that people find out. There might be scientific problems, etc. People have been doing research a long time, but not necessarily every research that you have been following up to will lead to an innovation. If you look into your own surroundings, right, the biggest innovations, for instance, that most people are aware of are, let's say, the mobile phones of today, right? The smartphones, the iPhones, the Samsung Galaxies, whatsoever. These are real innovations because they were based off inventions like the touch screens and other computer stuff, and then put into a product that people really love and never thought themselves of having the need for it. That's what an innovation actually does. It breaks up old patterns or develops new patterns that people have not had in the past. Hence, it has the capabilities to become a huge economic boost for the developers or the company putting it into the market. That's also the reason why a lot of startups are run, because everybody believes they have an innovation that they have to put up into the world, right? That's also why venture capitalists back them up. They think that this innovation is worth the trial. Nonetheless, not everything that is an invention and has been presumably transformed into an innovation is really one. Very often we overestimate the potential of something, and only very seldom we get real innovations. We started a long time ago with the car, which was a great innovation. One of the other innovations was the internet, the DNA sequencing, and now maybe AI. It's going to be proved, but I think it's going to do this way. And then who knows what else is coming. But these are the big blocks on innovation. Whereas small innovations on small subtle updates or improvements of a already existing product is not really an innovation. It is a small distinct step forward, but not a real master innovation as such. At the end, it's also important to note that, scientific and let's say technological value of an invention not necessarily correspond to the economic value of an innovation. Meaning something might be really, really important in, let's say, the scientific world, where, for instance, the CRISPR, which is very, very important there to modify DNA bases, has a huge potential. But the innovation part, in terms of how we're going to use it, is not yet quite clear. or is restricted to, let's say, labs, whereas a really big innovation actually is affecting everybody, no matter if it's a business to business or business to customer segment that we're talking about. I hope this video helped you to get an understanding between the invention and the innovation. What are the biggest innovations from your point of view? Please leave a comment down below and smash that like button. Thank you and bye-bye.